Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 69 of the Own the Moment podcast. My name is TJ Lasig. I'm one of the co-founders here at OTM, and with me, as always, we've got Justin. Justin, we're one member short right now. What's going on tonight?
Yeah, we had a little technical challenges. We are hoping to bring that third member on shortly. Coop is doing some troubleshooting behind them scenes, and hopefully we can get that figured out. But either way, it is. We got a little Top Shot talk. We got some Owners Club. We get some action. It should be a fun night.
Oh yeah, plenty going on in this space right now. Like Justin said, producer Coop working on some technical difficulties with our guest for the night, so hopefully he will be joining us shortly. And yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. So we had the trade tickets announcement come out from Top Shot the past couple of days. We also now, I think there was an update that just came out a couple of minutes ago, pushing back the stress test that was originally scheduled for tomorrow. So we'll get into everything you need to know about trade tickets. The Herzig bot was back in the lab doing his first EV calculation in a while. And spoiler alert, the Series 1 packs are going to be looking pretty nice. So we'll get into all of that. The NBA Top Shot blog also released the top 100 plays. We saw some tweets going out from the official NBA account itself. So we're going to walk through the top 5 plays from the season. And then we're going to get into some Owner Club stuff. We've got the marketplace officially live as of Saturday. So we're going to talk through that. And going to talk a little bit about the upcoming second pack drop for the Owners Club and the pre-order system that we'll be running there. Whew, a lot to cover as always. Let's get right into it. Trade tickets.
We may even rip open some packs. We'll see.
Yeah.
We haven't spun that wheel for some Top Shot moments in a while, so we'll have to rip open some packs, do some giveaways. We'll have some fun.
Yeah. Once we get producer Coop back, he'll be playing catch up, getting up to speed on the wheel, and then we'll be running that at the end. So let's dive into it here. So trade tickets. This announcement came out 4 days ago? Was it on Thursday? Time goes by. I think it was on Thursday night.
Yeah, mid-late last week.
Mid-late last week. Had that come out, and this is something that has been talked about for a while. We knew that it was coming. For those that are not familiar, the general concept is that any moment that you own can be exchanged for a trade ticket, and then these trade tickets can eventually be turned in for the opportunity to get special packs, things of that nature. And so it's going to be released in 3 separate phases. Phase number 1 is taking place, the stress test, which was originally going to be tomorrow. Do we know when it is going to be now, Justin?
They've said that they're just putting it off indefinitely. There's a minor issue that they mention that they're going to alert us when they have a future date. Initially, the deadline or the snapshot or whenever the lock was going to be earlier today. But at the end of the day, it's a stress test. It was always just going to be about testing 3 in, 3 out. Nothing too special there. So I don't think people are crazily missing out. If anyone did trade in tickets, those tickets will still have the same value that they will in the future. Everything's just going to get pushed a little.
Yeah. I don't think there's really any immediate action either way. And then phase 2 is going to be testing the idea of bulk trading in. So this first time around, it's just going to be trading in one moment at a time, receiving your ticket then. Next step will be being able to do that in bulk. And then the third and final step will be the Series 1 reserve packs. And the early numbers that we're seeing is that it will cost between 300 and 500 trade tickets in order to get a chance to get in line to buy one of those reserve packs. So we'll get into how the kind of pricing and all the fun EV calculations, everything look there. But the last thing that I'll mention is that it was also discussed that the Series 3 mint counts are going to be substantially higher in some way. So I think that's been kind of a topic that I heard a couple of the other podcasts discussing. I think, we're expecting 6-figure plus mint counts, I would likely say, going into next year. And so I think that's another thing to consider is that the cheapest moments right now, that would be the most likely to be trade tickets, maybe won't be the cheapest moments in the next couple of months once we get into Series 3.
Yeah, I guess I'd be surprised if it's more than 100,000. That just seems so high. Obviously 40K, 50K, it's going to be higher than that, maybe 75. I guess 100 feels right. But if you're having 100K, I think it's interesting because this whole process is hey, it adds a deflationary aspect to it. We're going to have 3 to 500 per, and there's 500 packs. That's like around 200,000, maybe 250,000 moments that'll be removed from the ecosystem in exchange for those 20,000 good ones that'll enter. So like, yeah, there's a deflationary aspect there, but we're also removing 250K of ones that are, if all these moments are going to be 100K, and maybe we have 100, 200 moments at 100K each, like we're really only taking out a very, very small aspect. So I think this is far more a way to release those series ones without them completely tanking the market for people who already own those /1000s and some of those early S1 moments. But I don't think that, I don't think if we're talking 100K style size of moments, this is going to have a major impact from an economics of maybe game theory, like do these 100K moments become more valuable because there's going to be fewer of them or so forth. So I'd say my expectations or my excitement is, I'm staying a bit more cautious and, kind of that impact, but I think it will have a strong impact, and these are going to be highly favorable to, get those S1 moments because they will be very valuable.
Yeah. So I think it'd be good to walk through that next, right? So we're looking at the potential for 300 to 500 trade-in tickets in order to get one. Let's say it ends up being 500, and what are we expecting floor moments to be? $1 to buy Series 3, maybe $2. Like, let's think through how
I think $1. I think $1. Maybe a $2, but I think $1. And I think when we think about it at a high level, so if you're not participating in this beta, this stress test right now, I think there's minimal reason to actually trade in anything right now. And this goes back to kind of whatever kind of game theory you want to talk through, but around, DFS, poker, anything with more information is better. So unless they change the rules, which I think is unlikely, you'll always be able to turn in your current moments for that ticket. So if you trade a moment in now that's worth maybe $5, and in the future it's worth $2, well, you can still trade in that moment later on to still get you that one ticket. So whether you did it now or later, it's the same thing. But theoretically, let's say that $5 moment is actually worth $10. Well, you'd rather sell that and buy $3 moments or $2, $1 moments to trade in. So acting now, acting now actually ends up costing you between 2, 3, 4, 5 trade-in tickets. It makes sense just to wait. Hey, if you want to participate in the stress test and do something that is right now, obviously no concerns with that. It's probably going to be a net sum zero game there. But I think if you're trying to trade in with hopes of something in the future, there's just no benefit to doing it right now. Wait until we get more information. Wait until we're closer to when that actually happens. And this is the same information. This is the same recommendations we were giving back when we first started about trade-in tickets was, hey, don't change your strategy. Don't go trying to sweep up like $3 moments in S2 because we think the majority of this is going to happen in S1. And I believe those are going to be $1, if not then $2 moments. Okay. Yep. Now from a, let's see, from a EV standpoint.
That's true. Actually, a good question here in the chat too, or comment, and something that we could touch on is the balance of the, how collector score may be helping impact people too, right? So when you trade in a moment, not only are you losing that moment, but you're losing the collector score that may go along with it. Do you have any specific thoughts on that for people that maybe are kind of grinding out the right collector score for their pack eligibilities?
And I guess we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so right now, every S2 is at least 12 points of a collector score. And then when we get to S3, we're dropping down to 2 points for a common moment, 2 collector score points. If collector score is definitely a grind and something you're working on now, again, there is no value to getting tickets. Tickets don't increase your collector score. Just wait until later on when it's actually time to turn these in and you know what you're turning them in for. And more likely, you can save those 12 collector score points and in exchange just trade in those highly common S3s that are only going to cost you the 2 collector score points that you grabbed.
Makes sense.
All right. So what we have. All right. So we know that these Series 1 reserve packs, I don't know whether they announced it before, but at least we know now that they're going to be 1/1000 moment. and then 3 S1 commons that have a bit higher of a circulation count. What I've done is and it was kind of pulling this together last minute, so I didn't get to I didn't even bother with the 3 S1 commons because I think the story tells itself with regards to how valuable this is going to be just based off that 1/1000 moment. So from, what we did is did a quick export off of our site and saw that there are a little more than 15,000 editions moments that are the /1000 that are held by Top Shop. Then actually saw, okay, so how much are those actually costing and stuff? So for example, like with this LeBron, let's see, I have it. There's 563 of that LeBron. Of that Steph, there's 563. Of the bottom LeBron, there's 737. So these are the 3 most valuable moments that you could possibly get. And there's a lot of them. There's, as I mentioned, 500, 500, 700 or so. The weighted average of all these /1000s comes in at just under $1,800. So now that's not the that's not the median. That's just that weighted average, that mean. So there are going to be ones like the ones on the right that are lower. This isn't going to be a guarantee free money, but it is highly high EV because of these, the top end moments that you can pull and how prevalent they are. So if you just look at it from a purely EV of just that /1000, we're talking around $1,800. And then you're going to get 3 S1 commons, which I really don't even have a number to throw out there, but we know that it's going to be a substantial value just from this aspect.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best chance you're going to get to ever get your hands on one of these moments, right? I mean, even just the fact of that LeBron being in there, like that's just a pretty solid opportunity that you're never going to get any other way.
Yep. And then one thing I'll add is that I do believe that these /1000s are also going to drop in value. This is, when The Economist was putting out his, and the reason why the trade-in tickets were that 300, 500 or so high is because they want there to be a cost so that people don't just immediately undercut and not just having these kind of flippers or rent seekers, as we like to call them. But even if that drops, let's say 25 to 50%, hey, we're looking at 1,800. Even if we're talking still 900 to 1,200. If we're then saying that those S3s are going to be $1 to $2, now we're talking 600 to 1,000 to turn those in. It's still a positive EV decision. Like it's still going to be worthwhile. Those markets would have to really tank for this not to be plus EV. And again, there's still those other 3 S1 commons that are a little trickier to calculate too, because there's not as many that are held by Top Shop, but they're still referencing that there's going to be a ton of them distributed. So I'm not sure if those just aren't in the Top Shot account or if they're being held. I'm not quite sure where those are coming from, but we know it's going to be valuable.
And then from like a EV perspective, how much of that is weighted heavily by the LeBrons, the Steph? Is this actually one of those situations where you could theoretically, pull a pack that is not worth what you traded in?
Of
right?
course.
I mean, back in the day, it was always right. I just think back in the day, it was like, oh, even the floor, worst possible outcome is still going to be more than you spend. I think that's probably not the case here. I think that the floor packs you'll not be able to get the return that you spent to put in. But like we said, it's just worth it when you have that upside of the LeBron, the Steph, etc.
No, I agree. I'm going to play real quick and just let's see if I was to remove let's say, I know this isn't great TV. I'm removing, let's say, like the 5 most valuable ones. So if you do that,
live calculation, love it.
Yeah. And then this needs to drop as well to. You remove the 5 most valuable, it probably comes in at like something around $500.
Still not bad.
Really trying to do very quick. Right. So still $500. So still, it's not like, hey, get absolutely crushed. But yeah, obviously those high-end ones are definitely driving the value up. But like, if you have a chance to pull, one of those, and it's not like there's only a couple of them. As I mentioned, like it's 500 change, 700 change of those. 12, what is that? 5, 10, 17. So 10% of the Top Shot moments that are held are these 3 right here. decent chance. Like you got a 1 in 10 chance of pulling one of those. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So like we said, not really a lot of immediate action that needs to be taken. No real need to rush to trade in these moments now with all the S3 ones coming down the pipeline, but definitely something that we'll be keeping our eye on, and we'll keep a lookout for any updates coming up and when we get more information on the stress test, whenever that may be.
Hey, TJ, I think there's a question that someone's asked that Justin is asking you. Obviously not this.
Hey, what is
Justin,
this, your burner? Is
Justin.
Your burner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We haven't thought about it or talked about it, so we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I could see something where, as we mentioned, like we have a 1 day, like the purge, where we're able to kind of make purchases that we know are going to be on a day that like doesn't impact the market, doesn't impact challenges, has literally no impact on the market other than as an opportunity for like, hey, these are moments that like I want in my collection because I really like Chris Paul or whatever, and maybe grabbed in common trading tickets too. I don't know. As it is now, we're keeping the same policy before, but in the future, I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. I'm worried that we might be able to have the guests come in here. So I hope so, especially for this next section. We're about to talk through the top 100 NBA moments. So, I mean, I guess I can just kind of set the stage, and hopefully producer Coop's able to get that going in the background. But they've been counting down the top 100 NBA plays of the year. We even saw the main NBA account tweeting out about Top Shot over this weekend. So I figured that it would be a fun little thing to go through the top 5, watch the moments, see what we're working with here, but was hoping to get some back and forth between us and the guest for this section in particular. So
should we do some TOC first?
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we'll pivot a bit, give some updates on the TOC side of things while we look to get the judge up in here. So let's do that.
Okay.
All right. So Owners Club. Let's see where we stand. I mean, the big update coming up from over the weekend was that on Saturday we went live with the marketplace. So that is up and running. You guys can go ahead, check that out on the TOC website. Click in marketplace up top. It's there's been a lot of questions in the Discord and a lot of people helping out about how to get yourself set up so that you can purchase in the marketplace. It is a little bit tricky because you have to deal with bridging Ethereum to Polygon and getting yourself set up in that way. But we're going to be coming out with some educational materials, articles on how to go about that. We also have a pinned post now in the Discord that Bach wrote, kind of walking people through step by step. We're adding to that as we see any common questions come up. But, basically when you're on the marketplace, what you'll do is you'll see this glaring red banner if you're not properly connected to the Polygon mainnet. Once you do that, you can just follow through on our instructions here, add some Polygon to your account. Once you have that, you'll see it popping up here. So you can see that I have some on my account, and then you just need to make sure that you go through and switch to the Polygon network. So just wanted to provide like a quick thing on that. Like I said, we're going to be coming out with some materials that people can reference there. But we've seen some action in the marketplace, Justin, and some good deals to be had out there. Oh, look at this. We may have our guest.
Should I share a slide real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, let's share that. And then we'll bring in our guest after we touch on this.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we just kind of ran some numbers just about, hey, what have we seen from the marketplace? This is from earlier this morning. So after around 36 hours of the marketplace being open, we've seen just under about $100,000 in total sales. I forgot the number of sales, but quick estimate looks like 800, about 800. And then you can see average price of the packs is 361. This is all using because it's all in ETH, I kind of used a 3,200 as a rolling average because we have seen a little movement. I know this morning, overnight we kind of hit a little bit of a drop. But yeah, and then so packs are still pretty high value. I think those have dropped down to now about the 300 marker. And then on the right-hand side, you can see what those top sales have been. Jokers in Kansas City kind of leading the way there. I don't think it's surprising that QBs, running backs, and wide receivers have been, substantially ahead from an average price. I think those all have the opportunity to play in the side hustle and the main event and give you a legitimate chance. I believe the side hustle leader as of last night includes Tennessee running backs and
Arizona wide receiver.
Yeah. So you get a non-stacked, no correlation, both two different, positions from running back, wide receiver. So I think it really shows that, overall, like maybe wide receiver might score on average a little more points than the others, but any of those positions can really make their way in. And then we'll see what kind of additional, value and utility comes in the future too. But I'm excited.
Yep. Love it. Love it. So go ahead, check out the marketplace if you looking to upgrade your Earners Club collection, or if you're just getting involved in the mix just now. And later in the show, we'll talk about the plans for Drop 2. But first, we're going to bring in our guest here. Hopefully he's able to hear us. Judge, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me? What an adventure to get on the show.
What an adventure.
Man.
Really making you work for it. I mean, I know that you like to go on stream for long times. I didn't know you also like to take a long time to set up for the streams. I was missing that piece of information.
Look, I know you guys have not invited me on the show for a long time. And I'm starting to think that it was a sabotage move, a coordinated attack to keep me off the show. But producer Coop, he would not have it. And he made sure to find a way for me to get on the show. And I'm here and I'm ready.
So, Judge, you gave us an idea that we're going to have to play a trick on someone in the future. So just to give people a little context, behind the scenes, Judge shows up and we're talking and we can hear the judge, but he can't hear a single word we're saying. And turn up the volume. We tried that one with him. We tried it all. At least we thought. I'm excited to talk to Coop later and figure out what it was. However, Judge, what we're going to do in the future is when a guest comes in behind the scenes, TJ, Coop, and I, we're just going to.
Let me tell you something. You know what was I hate being left out, and you guys were laughing, you're giggling, you were having the time of your lives. And I'm like, this must be the greatest conversation ever. And I missed it. I don't know what you said. Justin made some great jokes, I think. TJ could not stop laughing. And I missed it. I missed it all. I don't know what you guys said. And I was sad.
We should have been recording.
I really wish we were live for everyone during that troubleshooting session. That would have been great. How's it going, Judge? Technology issues aside, how are we doing on this Monday evening?
We are doing well. As always, I don't really know what day it is or time it is, but always staying busy and always things are moving. Things are happening at all times, and every day's exciting right now. Just don't really know what's going to happen. You're waiting for the next kind of shoot a drop, so to speak. But I'm doing well. And I'm excited to be here.
Excited to have you.
And I got
of course. I would have been very disappointed if you didn't. So Judge taking a break from the Twitch streets, going to join us over here just to catch you up to speed. We spent the first kind of 20 minutes of the show talking through trade tickets and just diving into that a little bit. So is that something that you've been thinking about with regards to Top Shot, everything going on with trade tickets?
Yeah, I mean, so like last week, right, Jacob dropped a little 4-minute video, right? And to me, it was fascinating, like how many things you could basically learn from that little 4-minute clip. So, again, they've teased trade tickets for, 5 months now, right, when they first made that initial kind of announcement. And you can see, like, Top Shot is not afraid to change their plan as they go forward. I mean, he was on my stream 5 months ago saying, you're going to need probably high 2 digits, right, for trade tickets. Suddenly, we need 300 to 500, right? So right there, that tells you Series 3 is going to have a massive mint, right? What was the main reason, in my opinion, I think most of us would agree, but if you guys don't, let me know. What was the main reason why S2 kind of crashed and we had major issues?
I listened to the Judge stream, and it was because of those people from S1 that were hoarding them all, and then they were conspiring against us. And apparently,
that's why S1 crashed. And you want to go? We can go there. You want to go there? I'm ready. That's why S1 crashed. But I love the early adopters. I love the OGs. I love them all. And again, leaving them aside, why S2 crashed? That was come on. Top Shot gave us too much supply, right? We did not have the demand yet to meet that, right? Giving us just way too much, and it was puzzling, right? It was puzzling to a lot of us. I don't think we needed a 40K. So I am a little weary when I already hear 300 to 500 trade tickets, which I would have now imagined we're going to see at least an 80,000, 75, 80,000 mint, and probably higher than that. So that makes me weary for new users coming onto the platform. Are you going to be excited to open up a pack knowing that it's a mint that massive? And because of the loot box laws, you can't get a rare or something great in those packs. Already towards the end with the playoff packs, opening those was, I'm not going to lie, it was not a lot of fun towards the end, right? There was nothing great you could really get. Everyone hated that set so much. They kept giving us more and more first round moments for some reason. And it was a little bit of a bummer when you again, a lot of us in my community got free packs, whether it was trivia or whatever. But towards the end, it wasn't the same excitement level opening those packs. So I found the announcement very interesting regarding what's going to happen for S3, but also if you have been on Top Shot, like us, right? If you got in early, and I even include me in that. Again, I'm not an early adopter, but I got in February. Like the S1 and S2, those mints are going to seem really, really low, right? Going forward, when you see an 80,000 mint or above coming up in S3, suddenly a 40,000 mint seems pretty good. So I think if you're into Top Shot right now and you have been collecting and buying all throughout these phases, you gotta be pretty happy. You gotta be thinking, wow, my account is in good shape, and not only that, I want to buy until Series 3 comes. I want to buy and get these lower mints in quotes now, because again, pretty soon when Series 3 comes, suddenly, and I'm going for like lower serials in the 35Ks and 40Ks of good players, you can still get those relatively cheap. And I think come Series 3, that may not be the case. So I'm looking to buy. I think it's great for all of us who got in early, for S1s and S2s. I think those mint levels, again, especially the MGLEs, which are 299 mint in S1, a 499 mint of S2. I mean, that's sensational. And again, even the common base moments, they are going to be more coveted. And even the floor base moments for S2, I think are going to take a pump and get to about $6. That's the floor. So I'm I've mixed feelings about the announcement, but I think we can take away a lot of things from a little 4-minute clip.
Yeah. And I mean, I think, hey, let's pause, because when we go back to, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, and we kind of talked about the oversupply issues, my issue was never with those 35K, 40K supply issues. I don't think that's what crushed the market. I think what crushed the market is the amount of rares and the amount of that kind of middle tier, the amount of the Rising Star, the Seeing Star, and all those that came. When you listen to their goals have been very straightforward. Is, hey, we want to make these common packs available for everyone. And yes, I think the way to always do that has always been, okay, just have a ton of supply of the cheapest common moments. If you go to a card store, there's always going to be card packs available that we as, knowledgeable collectors are not going to buy, because we don't think that those are a great investment if that's what you're into. However, there are other people who maybe are only going to spend $20, $30 on these throughout the year, and maybe they have kids, whatever it is, and so they just want to go and rip them and have that experience. Or you're going to a party, having some drinks, let's make a drinking game out of it. You spend $9, whatever it is. That's why I have no problem if they want to go 100, 200, 250. It doesn't matter to me, because I accept that I'm not going to use those for my collection, because I don't feel that those have strong value. Now, trade-in ticket aside, obviously that's another utility aspect. But just from a high level stance, it's great, because that allows them to reach their goal of always having availability, which can onboard new customers. New customers join, they rip open a pack very quickly. They realize, oh shit, that was fun, but this isn't that valuable. I need to go after those rare ones. Now I'm in the game, I'm attracted to it, I'm interested, and it gets that kind of positive feedback loop.
Yeah, I mean, I am super curious to see if more people take your perspective, right, and your views, and think, because I've heard a fair number of people, more than I thought, say, let's have S3 be unlimited supply. Let's have, you can get all the packs, right? Because again, Top Shot has said their goal is to have, you can go on the platform whenever you want and buy a pack, right? Now they said they're a long ways away from that, but from that announcement, I don't think they are a long ways away. I think that's coming a lot quicker than we all anticipated. Guys,
good thing we got pants on tonight.
These, wow. First of all, no comment. Secondly, these magical hands. You see me? I caught that. I'm telling you, this is what I mean. This is why you saw the glory days of my high school career right there. I caught that like that. I mean, that may have been my someone clipped that. That was the highlight of my streaming career right there.
You're like Top Shot with you create your own supply challenge, and now you're taking credit for solving it by releasing Pure.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now again, and guys, that could happen again. And now I'm looking at my pants to make sure I'm okay. Now, back to what we were saying.
This is episode 69.
Yeah. Oh my God, no comment. But so I'm with you, right? A lot of people want high supplies, unlimited packs, being able to buy those. But like, I take the view of like, I get nervous about new people coming onto the platform. And my fear is this, the demand or like, I want the new people that are coming on into S3 to be able to buy the great stuff. And my fear is they're going to come in Series 3 now, and some of those prices are going to get out of hand. They're already out of hand, a lot of them, in the S1 and S2 range, right? And so I know when I came on the platform, a lot of the great moments I wanted were out of my range already. And now they all happen to fall back into range because we had a pretty rough 5 or 6 months. But then we pumped again, and now a lot of them are already out of range. So I think if I was a new collector coming into S3, how excited would I be, right, to just get packs with a massive mint with no real chance of getting something great? Because again, like even when I was a kid and I could go to the corner store, even with those common base packs, whatever you want to call those, there was still a chance I could get something really cool. And here, with such a massive mint, how exciting is that really going to be? And I get it, right? Like from the physical card space, and also how much are they really going to mirror the physical card space? Is that really the road that we want to go down? I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is the same user base. So I'm really, I don't know. I have some issues and concerns with having this massive mint already in S3. Also, does this mean we're having a new mass marketing with a bunch of new users? I sure as hell hope so. I hope so, right? I mean, also, I hope they have data and they're looking at metrics that we don't know that make them pretty confident about. We're really going to have a big user base, a massive user base that's going to make sense to have this kind of a mint. So
my guess is that they have marketing data that they're showing that, hey, for every X dollar we spend, we're bringing in this amount of customers. If we say that our budget is going to be 10 million, 5 million, whatever it is in marketing dollars, then we're going to be able to bring in this many people. No question about that. And I like what UN33K1 mentioned, like, hey, people like a lottery. People will play the lottery no matter what. So even if there are those 4K rookies, like those 4K rookies looking pretty nice right now. And that's true. Like I would probably buy a couple of packs just for some fun and that little lottery aspect. And like, okay, cool. Like maybe I get that 4K rookie. If not, whatever. Got some trade-in tickets. I think that's a lot of the mentality we're going to see. Yeah.
And I mean, again, like I hope that's the case, right? I just don't want the S3 guys. Like I know when I came in, right? And I was already looking. I was deflated when I saw a lot of the great stuff that I would like to buy already way out of my price range. And I was like, well, what fun is this? Like, I mean, but I'm thinking more so along of a new user coming in S3. But I hope that they have more of the mentality that you do, right? They're just happy to get some packs, rip them open, get a chance at a Cade Cunningham, right? Hopefully, again, Top Shot will have, like, let's say, they had 4K rookies last year. But let's say that goes up to 8K or whatever it is. So that's still not terrible, right? So like I'm hoping that people still are as excited. But I know me just opening up, if I get a pack with 100,000 mint, it's not going to be the same experience, right? I mean, it's just not. But I also like it because for as a collector who's been on the platform already, the S1 and S2 moments that I have. So selfishly, I feel great about the announcement. But I just again, I have mixed feelings regarding the new people coming in because again, in my opinion, the average NBA fans aren't there yet. So they're coming, and I want them to be as excited as we are about the product.
Yeah. So here's my takeaway. 2 things. One, Rohan mentioned from the very beginning, he's always said when we leave, beta, everyone who's been with us is going to be very happy with where they are, blah, blah. I think this is a right step in the right direction. Number 2, if there's anyone that comes on and doesn't understand, is upset about S1, S2, we are sending them directly to the judge's stream. He's going to be giving away so many moments that he's going to be basically Robin Hood. He's going to be Santa Claus. Let's make it happen.
There we go. Love it.
Honestly, I want a week sabbatical from giveaways. No giveaways. No one can do a giveaway for 1 week. Can we all just take a break from the giveaways? Right? I mean, honestly, what would happen if people knew they couldn't get a giveaway for a week? I don't know.
They might run away.
Hasn't the judge won 2 giveaways from us?
He did. The judge won. He
Detroit
won. Yeah.
Pistons NFT. That was a great one.
No.
And a pack.
Hold
Or
on.
a card.
Hold on. This is breaking.
No, the
guys,
Joker. He pulled a Joker in the airdrop.
He pulled a Joker too.
Hold on. This is breaking news actually right now, guys. And my gavel's.
I don't think he has pants on.
We've got the judge struggling with his camera here.
Can you see me or no?
Yeah,
I'm back.
we can see you.
I think Coop did that on purpose. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep,
we're good.
Let me know if you can hear me. Now I can't hear you.
You can't hear us? We can hear
You can't hear us? We're back.
Now our audio's messed up. I'm leaving, coming back. I have a story. I don't know if you hear me. I'm leaving.
Oh my God, dude.
He doesn't have pants on.
I don't think he had pants on.
I was joking when I said it earlier because it happened
I
so
know.
fast. Oh, and someone goes, "Is the oh, was that
I'm
Terry
like
Lyons?
crying. I'm like crying.
All right, guys, can you hear me? Don't worry,
Yeah.
I fixed everything. Look, I fixed everything. Now I got. I'm gonna give 2 breaking news inputs, right? So first of all, my battery was like 2%. So me and Coop were spending time. Where can we set the phone? How do we not have it fall over? It's a nightmare. But now this battery's fine. Now I got to set up in a perfect thing. I will never be falling again. Don't worry. But you guys mentioned that Detroit Pistons NFT, right? That I won.
Detroit basketball. Yeah.
Guys, I won this on their show months ago. I've not received it.
What? I mean, talk to us.
We haven't received it?
No.
What have you talked? You've not told me or TJ or anyone this.
You guys are busy men. You're famous. You just
send me a DM.
drop. You're millionaires. I didn't want to bother you guys, so I've been DMing with the contact you gave me. Let's just say, I'm not sure. We may have to get a new contact.
We'll get you your.
Yeah, we
I
definitely.
hope they're still available.
better make
Otherwise,
sure we
they'll find
get
a way
that.
to. Yeah, they'll find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you tell us? Okay. Yeah, we'll talk to them.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we get that squared away. All right. Anyways, let's jump into some top plays here. So we were
Ooh,
talking
I'm
a lot
excited.
about what's coming up next, but let's
Yes.
take a look back, review the year that was. So we've seen over the past couple of blog posts, Top Shot coming out with the top 100 moments, and they did a bit of a countdown, and we got the top 5 sitting here. So I figured we would go through. Judge, would love to get your thoughts on all these moments. Which of them is your favorite? So number 5, we've got the Luka Doncic here. Hollow icon, 3-pointer, little buzzer beater floater.
I think this was. I mean, so when I was looking at the top 5, I think this was was the least impactful from a game aspect. I'm trying to think. I guess was that a buzzer beater? Yeah. Okay. So that was a buzzer beater. 1.8 seconds. But the other ones that we'll go to, I think, were almost all playoffs or like very consequential. So very cool.
This is the only one
beater.
As impactful from a basketball standpoint.
This moment sucks, and because you gave me a hollow. I don't get hollows. I've never had hollow in my life.
A challenge reward hollow too.
A lot of these are like really unattainable. I think they're all super expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Maybe
They're
one or two aren't.
all 4 figures.
Now, but all,
They are?
okay. Look, I remember watching this game live. It was a really cool moment. Would this be in my top 5 though? I don't think so. It was a sweet buzzer beater to watch happen.
Yeah.
But like, it just doesn't get me as excited as a lot of other moments on the site.
Yeah,
Rumor
I was a
has
little
it-
surprised on that one. This one though.
The rumor
Sorry,
has
Justin?
it the LeBron no look 3 wasn't even a top 100.
What? See, I think that one was sick. I love the LeBron James no look three, but I mean this one's legit. I think we
Arguably dunk of the year.
Yeah.
I think there's I don't know. I mean, it's Anthony Edwards' rookie year. Definitely gets some namesake there. I personally thought Miles Bridges had one or two that were a little better, but you can't argue like that. That is up there for dunk of the year, probably number 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, this one to me is just sensational for so many factors, so many reasons. But especially, I can think of where we were in the Top Shot realm, right? This was like the peak of Top Shot, at least for me when I joined. Like the second that this happened, and we all were like, "Oh my God, that's going to be a Top Shot. That's going to be a moment, a reward. What's it going to be?" And so like when this was, we all knew it was coming as part of the Rising Star reward. It made that much set. People covet it so much. It made it so expensive. Like there was just so much anticipation around this moment, getting it. What's the price going to be? It has everything you want in a moment. And just, again, also Anthony Edwards, his last 2 months of the season was phenomenal. So, like, this is a great moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
And reasonably, I mean, definitely not cheap, but compared to 17,000 Luka, like,
right,
somewhat in price ranges, and you get the Anthony Edwards rookie, and it's a challenge reward. So.
Yep.
But it's a min of 1,040, so it's not like some of these either MGL or hollows. It's probably top of mind guess, probably like top 5 highest priced for around that mint. And I mean, full disclosure, I'm trying to now complete this set. Like I love a lot of players in this set, and will I be able to do it? I'm not sure. But again, before S3, that's when I want to make my moves. Once S3 comes, I'm worried that a lot of this stuff is going to get out of hand, and I won't be able to afford it anymore.
Makes sense. Yeah, Rising Stars has always been one of my favorite sets. Giannis the block.
Okay, so now we got 3 straight playoff moments.
Yep.
I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
And nothing you could say. It's like people who are far more knowledgeable about basketball are actually breaking down the play, and his ability to kind of go on a swivel and turn around so quickly from like pretty much playing defense on Booker to turning around, doing 180, getting back up for that block. Just the agility there was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, when you can see the slow-mo and he guards Booker, you're thinking there's no way he's going to have time to be able to turn around and then block the alley-oop pass coming and still block Aiden. It's just such an amazing play. And then you think of the time in the game when it happened. You can't get much better than this.
Yeah, just a classic, memorable moment from Giannis's
championship
season.
And again, being a Bucks fan and a huge Giannis fan, man, I would love that moment, and I don't have it.
And it was such a good moment that it prevented Giannis from getting what is soon to be the number 1 moment from later on in the playoffs. And we knew it was just going to be the case because we're like, well, they have to give him the block, and then we'll give Holiday the steal.
Yep. All right, 2 more. Judge, I think I was on stream with you for this one.
Yes, you were. Yes,
I was.
We were watching
this game was live. Yeah. This game was live when I was on stream with you. I mean,
wow.
Another just classic moment from the playoffs.
Yep.
That buzzer beater.
That's what's so frustrating, right? When you think about this playoff set and how it just doesn't have the value. People just don't appreciate it. And again, I think Top Shot just made too high of mints. But it's a bummer because the playoffs were sensational. This moment, watching this live, was just so epic. And I wish that just this total set got more love from the Top Shot community, because when you think of the playoffs, that's the best time of year, right? Where the most important things happen, and we just aren't seeing them valued, in my opinion, valued properly on the marketplace, and that's a shame.
I think a lot of it ended up being the 4 teams that were left. Like, I think if we had seen,
it didn't help.
The more elite teams with the Durant's, LeBron's, etc. in the Final Four probably would have given it a little bit more hype, but
it didn't help.
Yeah, definitely agree that that set went a little overlooked, but definitely a memorable playoff moment and one of the cooler ones. A lot of challenge rewards in the top 5, huh? So three of the 4 have been challenge rewards.
And these have all the challenge rewards. These have all pumped a lot since August 11th. Since August 11th, that's when the last pump really started. And anything with a low mint basically pumped in that. We had a nice 2.5 week stretch where everything with a low mint had a nice pump. Now it's come down a little bit, but still, it's still much higher than it was.
Yep. And I mean, I think to your point, TJ, when they minted these sets, they knew which ones were going to be the coolest or top plays. So obviously those should at the least be a challenge reward for those.
Yeah.
And during these playoffs, there were so many challenges. They were always getting challenges going. So it makes sense that you make them all challenge rewards.
Yep.
And here we go. The number one moment from the NBA Finals.
One of the most underrated players on the platform by far.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
Such a heartbreaker as cheering for the Suns, but just strips it. Just
the fact that he threw this pass still boggles my mind. Right? The Bucks are up 1 here. There's no reason to throw this pass. There's 14 seconds left. Just hold the ball. And this was watching it live. I'm like, he's not throwing this, is he? And then sure enough, he threw it. And the result was perfect for Bucks fans.
Yep.
Yeah, really kind of puts a cap on the finals, and I think it's a good choice for number one moment of the year.
Yep.
And just a clean 10K low ask. Not too bad.
Yep. There it is. Head on out there. You guys can have it for your own collection for just a small fee.
If someone wants to throw that in to be a trade ticket, I'm fine with that, and then we can try to get that at some point.
But not in a locker room, because not a common.
Yeah, not a locker room. Yeah.
All righty. Let's we're coming up on close to an hour here. We did want to talk a little bit of Owners Club here. Judge, I know you've been dabbling around a little bit in the Owners Club. Why don't you give us your thoughts on how you've been enjoying the experience so far, and then we're going to give a little bit of an update of what to expect with the second pack drop that's going to be coming up shortly.
Very, very, very cool. Again, you guys are DFS players like me, so adding our two passions into one, right? DFS and NFTs, and then putting them together. It's just it was again a great idea by you guys, and it's been super fun to play the first couple of weeks and to get involved. Very easy to the concept and to put lineups together, much easier than DFS, where you got to spend hours of time to really, if you really want a shot to win the big money. This you don't need nearly the same level of research. So I just find the ease again how easy it is, user friendly on the website. You guys made that very simple as well for us. So it's just been a lot of fun. The only thing that stinks is my lineups have done terrible. Each week I think. Have not been in the money yet, and other than that, though, only positive reviews from my end. And
what are you working with?
Knows that what's that?
What are you working with? What kind of cards you got? Is it unlucky, or are you just are they unlucky overall?
I got a Joker tight end, so that's already. You give me Kelsey every week, right? That should be sensational.
Pretty good.
I got the Chargers quarterback, which I think is solid. Running back. I got Pittsburgh's probably my best running back. Pittsburgh has not looked good. Again, my community loves Najee Harris. Well, guys, do we still love him after 2 weeks? Big Ben is done. He's finished.
Here's the thing with Pittsburgh running backs is people like Najee Harris for fantasy because he gets 100% of the snaps. He's going to get crazy amounts of volume. For our game, that's not as relevant because, hey, it's okay if, so when Kat said we're caring more about the total offense. And as you're saying, Ben's at the latter part of his career. That offensive line is atrocious. We don't get points for if they catch passes. So I think while in real fantasy, if you have Najee Harris, you're like, hey, this is a pretty, it's a decent, it's above average to solid play. In the Owners Club, it's probably not one of your most attractive.
Yeah. So I need to upgrade my running backs, and then wide receivers, other one I need to upgrade. I have I think the Tennessee is probably my best wide receivers. I have 4 different wide receivers. They're all, pretty mediocre. I have the Carolina, Tennessee, New England, and the Jets. So that's where I'm struggling. I have got to upgrade there. But the rest of my spots, I feel pretty good about. But I'm looking to make moves, guys. So if you're out there, you want to. Again, I got a lot of decent cards.
Yeah, if you can grab one. If if you can grab an LAC, an LA, wide receiver to stack with your,
Right.
that's a pretty decent, because hey, if you get Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, you got some younger guys that are have some speed. Like that's a pretty solid stack partner there.
Yep, I agree. That's what I've been thinking, and that's the next move I want to make for sure. Yeah. And I also have Kittle. I've decided the 49ers tight end, which, by the way, don't get me started on what he's done so far this year. But having the Joker tight end and Kittle, I got we can make some moves there hopefully to upgrade my wide receiver. I may have to wait for Kittle to have a big game, but that may be a bargaining chip for me.
Yeah. 49ers are. I mean, so we already know what happened to Raheem. Jermichael Hasty. Was it Jermichael Hasty? I just saw. I was spinning through, but I think he had high ankle sprain. Let's see. Was it Hasty that I was reading through? But yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to they're going to need to be in some games where there are shootouts, where they're having to pass and such. Kittle's still fantastic. Yeah, it was Jermichael Hasty. Okay. Kittle's still probably the most valuable tight end in the league from an actual tight end aspect, but because he's so good at blocking, they just don't use him as an actual receiver that often. And their goal, okay, I guess he didn't like to hear that. Oh well.
We lost the judge again.
We saw him push a button, like he put his finger.
Well,
maybe he had to run to the restroom. Okay.
Don't worry. Jesus.
What's going on?
Don't worry. Nothing to see here. I'm listening. Go ahead. Just pretend it happened. Go ahead.
It's good. We're moving on. I don't need to talk about San Francisco anymore.
Yeah.
The other good news for you and others judges that we're going to be having the chance to get a second pack or more coming up here. So as I think everybody knows by now, the first pack drop, we released around half of the total supply.
Yep.
So what we're going to be doing coming up is a pre-order system for the second pack drop. So we'll be making a announcement about this likely tomorrow, but what you can expect is that sometime over the next 2 days, you'll see a banner appear on the website where you can pre-register to receive a pack. So you can put how many packs that you'd like to purchase. We're going to be putting a priority on the people that were not able to get a pack in the initial first pack drop. So the goal definitely to get as many more new users, unique users as we can, and then from there distributing to the existing users. So more information to come on that, but expecting that likely after week 3, before week 4, we will have distributed the remaining packs, and then we'll also be putting the remaining singles up for purchase as well. And then we'll have the 50,000 NFTs out in supply. Got some other announcements that are coming down the pipeline as well.
Is that earlier than you guys originally anticipated, or is that kind of what you guys were thinking all along in terms of when you're going to release the next batch of packs?
I wouldn't say earlier. Initially, we were honestly thinking right after week 1.
Oh, wow.
But it was just going to be a tiered. I mean, the idea was, hey, in the preseason, we know we want to get those 50K out there because we want people to have the most amount of time to really, use them. Because of some of those kind of early challenges and the marketplace not going live until the, in the middle of week 2 or before week 2, after week 1, we were like, hey, let's get those double the prizes. Let's give that kind of value to the early adopters. And then we'll give them one more week. So with the week 3, and then probably shortly after week 3 is when we did that release. And I think that's fairly aligned to our larger schedule, but just a bit delayed just to give people a bit more added value because of the hiccups early on.
Yep. So you guys can keep an eye out for that, and then we'll be fully up and running for the season. Some other things that we'll be working through: the KYC, know your customer process, which will allow for withdrawals in the future, and then we'll be providing some other updates tomorrow too. Justin, should we open a pack?
Let's do it. It's been a little while. I'm excited.
It's been a minute. Who's you want to go? You want me to go? What are we thinking?
I'll go. I know Coop's behind the scenes. Coop, give us a little thing in chat. Let us know that you are marking that wheel, tracking all those names. I know there's been a lot of chat tonight.
Yeah, producer Coop's been grinding, gotten the wheel going.
Whoa, TJ. I went to Chrome tab and share tab audio was automatically checked.
Oh, StreamYard pushing updates. Look at that. All right.
That sharp.
Love that.
Okay, so let's see what I have.
I really, do you have to rub this into all of us? I mean,
This is, dude. No, I have like nothing. That's it.
What do you? That's nothing.
These are base sets. Just holding on to for these shows.
I mean,
I think these two are just one card each. That was just from like front of quest challenges or whatever. What do we do? Let's do Series 2, Release 34.
Guys, remember, 100,000 mints coming up at Series 3. Enjoy this, because
That's fair. That's
You know what
fair.
I'm
I mean, the truth is, Judge, see, we only stream like twice a week. So we don't have time to go through all of our packs as often as someone who streams every night. So
you streaming at night, Judge?
yeah. Look, I mean, people tell me all the time, on the moment, they're a little lazy. They're only streaming twice a week. And I get so pissed at them. They have no idea the amount of work that you guys are doing daily, around the clock. And I say twice a week's enough. That's enough. Don't listen to what they say.
It's okay, because in Discord they're like, "How dare you stream? Why aren't you working on my customer service?
Literally,
when Marketplace? When
last Wednesday, literally people were like, maybe instead of being on a podcast, they should be working on their website."
You know what's messed up, guys? So like the last 2 weeks, I've taken a day off. I've done only 6 days, and I legit got DMs from angry people saying that like you're slacking. I see how it is. You've gotten a little bigger now, and now you don't stream as much. And like, I honestly, I was like, is this a joke or like? But no, they were serious. They were like, people are weird, man. People like, but yeah.
You just gotta in one ear out the other for some.
Yeah.
Just be confident in what you're doing. Be confident in your policy, in your process.
No,
and
I told them, you're right. I will never take a day off again. And I was like, never. Yeah.
By the way, I'm taking tomorrow off.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's open some packs.
Let's do it.
I mean, pack music's pretty good, but it's no TOC pack music. Just saying.
No, not quite.
Will you guys be upping the game on your music for the next pack drop?
Not for the next pack drop. Prioritizations. But
Okay.
in the future, don't worry. We'll make sure we get some fire going.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Also, the reason why is because the packs that people are getting in the next one are randomly assigned from the initial ones that were minted. So it's not like we minted half. It was we minted them all, distributed half, and so forth.
Gotcha.
All right, Judge, where am I going? Left, middle, right. 1, 2, 3.
We go middle. We go
middle.
I'm feeling great about the middle here.
2-1-0-2-9. We got a Detroit Piston. Delon right.
Go
No
Pistons.
assist.
We love our Pistons.
Pistons are going to be the top 5 league pass team next year. You're going to get again Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, who I still love, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Beef Stew. It's going to be sensational.
Beef Stew loves pineapple, especially on his pizza.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
All right, 1 or 3. What are we going with?
Let's go left.
I'm going to go to my left. Let's see. Number 1, 25011. Oh, that's my guy.
The Joker.
Look at that.
You know what that's going to have?
This is the original Joker before there were TOC Jokers.
Right.
In about a year, that's going to have an MVP badge. Just saying.
Ooh.
I think I still own like 80 of those.
It might.
Disclaimer. All right, number 3. Here we go. Finishing strong. Ooh, that's a low serial 366. Bam!
Well, bam.
Look at
All
that.
right, 366.
And that's a sick moment, too. That's a filthy moment.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
That's a great moment.
Trey 66. That's a
That's
pretty
a nice pack.
That's a great pack.
good pack.
That's a great pack.
Okay. We'll gift out the Piston, obviously, for our Pistons. And let's gift out a Joker. We're going to gift out both the Joker and the Dion.
Yes.
Going to keep
2
that
winners
low
tonight.
serial bam. Yeah. But, I like it. I'm always so. I feel like for the past couple months, whenever we're doing some kind of just like fun thing, or someone reaches out and like, hey, says something, throw open the Joker. I think that's my favorite one to give away because, hey, it has a little brand aspect. If you actually look at my, let's see, if I go to my homepage, I got the nuggets up there, got it for the Joker. So I feel like I'm giving a little part of myself away to the community. So like it.
All right. Joker, here he comes. Producer
And remember, Jamal Murray not coming back. Earliest he's coming back is January. So Jokic is still going to have another monster year.
And Porter Jr.
Yep. Well, hopefully, if he can just stay freaking healthy. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely found his shooting, found his scoring after that injury, and hoping the three of them can work together.
Yeah, but I mean, the playoffs just his back bothered him again, and that was like I bought MPJ debuts thinking that he's gonna really take a step in the playoffs, and just didn't happen. His back became an issue, and makes me really nervous.
Yep. All right, we will start off.
Exclamation point Joker.
Yeah, exclamation point joke. Okay. I see you shuffling. We'll start off with our Detroit Piston.
Here we go.
Here we go. Coop, spin that wheel.
I think, didn't Delon Wright get traded? I think he did, right?
Does that make that a bottleneck? I don't know. David Lee, congratulations.
David. Congrats, David.
All right. Just in case we got a few new people, David, please send us a DM on Twitter. Give us your Top Shot name, and then we'll gift that to you in a week once that deadline passes, that trade deadline. Okay. For the Joker. On brand. Obviously Jokic. Obviously TOC for the Joker brand. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Run it, Coop.
Deal.
Spin that wheel. Here we go. Here we go. We are getting tea time. All right. I've seen tea time in the chat a decent amount today, asking some good questions about the marketplace, wanting some video walkthroughs. Hopefully TJ's short little explainer helped today, and then we'll have some more content for you in later. Congratulations to the winners. Did Aaron Jones just have another touchdown? Is that what you're telling me?
Third one? Didn't he already have two?
I don't know. Poker Pro Eric might be trolling me.
Congrats to the winners. DM us. You can DM us on Twitter at Own the Moment NFT. Judge.
Yes.
Final words for the people. Let them know where they can find you. Tell them about everything that you've got.
Plug it away. Plug.
First of all, let me just say, next time, I won't let these guys sabotage me. Don't worry. We'll find that. We'll fix the IT issues. Again, hopefully we much smoother. But again, thanks for having me on. I love you guys. Love what you guys are doing. And your NFT, again, I wish I would have thought of it because it's beautiful, especially as DFS players combining that with the NFT space. It was much needed, and I'm glad you guys were the people to do it. Love the product. You can find me. I'm streaming every night because I'm an idiot, and I'm doing Top Shot. We don't care if the market's up, it's down. We're talking about it, and I think the next, the NBA. First of all, the training camp is like 10 days away, guys. The NBA season is like less than 30 days away now. WNBA playoffs start, if you care about that, start in this week. So it is going to be wild. And again, I think that I will be looking to buy as much as I can be responsible financially in these before S3 starts and these massive mints come about. So I'm live streaming on Twitch every day. Also, we talk a lot of NFTs because that space, as you guys know, is wild. Own the moment. Come on, TOC content. We have that. Find me on Twitter at Daniel A. Green 1, and we got YouTube, Discord. Basically, we're everywhere. I need a vacation. That's what I need. That's what I need.
You deserve it. You deserve it. Court does not need to be every night.
I'm with you guys. Eventually, don't tell anyone else. No one's watching, right? I'm gonna go like you. 2 days. 2 days.
Wow,
2 days. That seems great.
That's gonna shock the world. You're taking 2 days. You're gonna take 2 days off. I get that. Yeah.
No, guys. I don't. You think
he said 2 days off, guys? It's okay. It's okay.
Don't you think I'm too accessible right now? I gotta be like you guys. When you guys have a show, I want to be there because I don't see you enough. I want more of you. I think right now people see me too much. I gotta go a little AWOL.
What if we just maybe, we'll talk. Maybe we could just bring you on the OTM umbrella, and then we'll just give you like 1 or 2 nights. And then like, people, they want you, but they can't have you. Like, I don't know. We might be able to make something work.
We play hard to get. Right? That's what we got to do. I'm ready. Also, I'm ready. I'll be at the live final, guys, the TOC. I'll see you guys there. I'm winning one of these weeks. I will. I don't care.
Love it.
I don't care what
Love
it
it.
Miami.
Yeah.
Let's do it up. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining us. Great friend of the show, friend of OTM, and I always love popping into your Twitch streams randomly late at night. Good to know where you always are.
Also, a big thank you to producer Coop, who made this happen tonight. Because man, we did have some legit IT issues, which again, it happens, man. This space, it happens. So
it happens. That's why we got producer Coop. He's the true hero, the man behind the machine here.
And he's been great. Like in your Discord, he's been super helpful in the TOC. I just love that guy. Like again, like a lot of people behind the scenes, right? In my community too, the Moz and stuff, they don't get a lot of love, but they without them, we'd be nothing. So shout out to producer Coop.
Shout out producer Coop.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Going to go ahead and close the show down. We'll be back on Wednesday for the Owners Club strategy show. Justin, myself, Bach. So see you guys then at 8:30 Eastern time. On behalf of Justin, on behalf of the judge, and of course, producer Coop behind the scenes, I'm TJ Lasig. We'll see you guys next time.
November 1st, New York.